Hello everyone, welcome to the MCQ series for the Junior Administrative Assistant exam preparation. Today we are going to discuss the MCQs on English because your syllabus clearly says that you have a general English where you have the grammar as well as the what we can say drafting and writing précis etc. So today in this particular video I am going to give you some MCQ related to the English language, that is the grammar and language part of you. Right. So let us begin with the question number 1. The leader with all his men dash imprisoned. So you have options: were imprisoned, was imprisoned, are imprisoned, will imprisoned. Right. So now जब ऐसा क्वेश्चन आते हैं, how to deal with this kind of question? So we have to know basic grammatical rules to solve this problem. Right. Now for example, if you look at what is the grammatical rule, the rule says that when some words are joined, okay, when some words are joined or added to a singular subject, that means what? You have a singular subject here. What is the singular subject? The leader. Now the leader is joined with other. What are the other? So if you see here, by with, same like what they have used here, with all his men, right? So with, yeah, together with, along with, in addition to, as well as, etc. When one singular subject is joined with this kind of expression, that means what? The sentence will have the singular subject and therefore it will take a singular verb. Okay. So based on this rule, which is a popular rule in English, what is the solution for this question? Now here the leader is singular or plural? Leader is singular. Forget about the men because it is joined with this one, with all his men, and there is a comma here. That means what? This is not the subject. Subject is here, the leader. So we can say the leader dash imprisoned. We can say the leader was imprisoned. Okay. Now will cannot come. Why? Imprisoned, then you need will be. The leader will be imprisoned, but there is only will, not be. Therefore this cannot come. Are cannot come because this is singular. Where also cannot come because it is singular. So that's only one that will fit, that is was. Clear? So for this kind of solving the question, you need to be familiar with this rule. Okay. Question number 2. Okay, now look at the question number 2. We attended a dash discourse. Spiritual, spirituous, या spirituality, या spiritually. So here the answer would be we attended a spiritual discourse. Why we say spiritual discourse? Because if you look at it here, spiritual relates to affecting the human spirit or soul, opposite of material, whereas the spirituous, it talks about how much alcohol is contained in some particular, like a distilled alcohol, etc. For example, we can say spirituous beverage. But a discourse is a talk, a dialogue, which can be only spiritual, it cannot be spirituous. And since it is a noun, in front of the noun we need adjective, so you cannot have a spirituality, because spirituality is again a noun. So spirituality cannot come here. Spirituality cannot come here, neither spiritually. Why? Spirituality is a noun and spiritually is what we call adverb. What we need here is adjective. Okay, you need is adjective. So there are only two adjectives possible, spiritual and spirituous. Out of this cannot be correct. Therefore, the only option is spiritual. Okay. So the answer for this question number 2, we attended a spiritual discourse. This is the explanation for this question, why it is spiritual, why cannot be spirituous. Question number 3. This is based on grammatical rule. After I dash dinner, I dash TV for a while. So we had options here. After I had dinner, I had watching TV for a while. Yeah, had finished will watch. Yeah, had finished watched, finished and watching. Which of the following can fit in here? So now, how to solve this kind of question when you have two verbs like this? Okay. So the rule in English is this one. It is called past perfect rule. This is called past perfect tense ka rule. What is the rule say? So pay attention. It says if two actions happened in the past, right? अगर एक ही समय में दो एक्शन पास्ट में हुआ है, सो हमें दिखाना है विच एक्शन पहले हुआ, उसके बाद सेकेंड एक्शन कौन सा है, राइट? सो इफ यू लुक एट द क्वेश्चन, आफ्टर आई वन एक्शन, आई second action. So we have two actions. Here we have one action and here we have one action. Now the question is which action happened first, right? Which action happened first? So we have to find that one. That is the rule says. So if there are two actions in the past, it may be necessary to show which action happened earlier than the other. So in this case, normally we use the past perfect tense. Okay. So now how do we solve this question? So normally we say, first what action we did, we finished the dinner. After that I watched, what we can say, TV. So the answer will be after I had finished dinner, then second action I watched TV. So which happened first, watching TV or eating dinner? Eating dinner is the first. So the first action will go in past perfect, second action will go simple past. Okay. So that is the solution for question number 3. Question number 4. If you had followed the rules, you dash qualified. Now this kind of question is what we call conditional. Conditional may we have this one, if. Okay, so whenever you see this if, there are some rules. Now this particular question comes under the conditional type 3. This is called conditional sentence type 3. So if you look at here, in this case again we use the past perfect. So the if clause will be in past perfect and other one will have a perfect infinitive. For example, if you had studied, this is called past perfect, had studied. Then the second part will be, you will have this combination, would plus have plus a verb 3. Would plus have plus verb 3. Same if you look at here, if I had tried, I should have succeeded. If I had seen, I could have verb 3. You know, this is the pattern, if pattern. So using this pattern, we can solve the MCQ. How to solve the MCQ? So if you look at here, if you had followed the rules, you would not have been disqualified. So the solution would be, since we have already had followed, this is the past perfect. This is the past perfect. So here what we need, this one, would not have been. Okay. So that is the same rule what we said. Past perfect, you will have a would have that format has to be there. Then we have to have a verb 3. So using this rule, we can say question number 4 can be easily solved. Question number 5 is related to what we can say preposition. Preposition basically show the relation of one word with the other. Okay, between normally two nouns or adverb, whatever. So now if you see, the reward was not commensurate. So what is the meaning of that word commensurate? Commensurate means proportionate. Commensurate means proportionate. That means it was not equal. In Hindi we can say barabari ka nahi hai, right? So here what will be the preposition used? For, with, on, upon. So normally when you have this kind of a thing, commensurate, normally it will take the preposition with, commensurate with. And so the solution for question number 5 will be, the reward was not commensurate with the work done by us. Clear? So that is how you can solve question number 5. Question number 6. Same like our APSC pattern, I have given here synonym. Now what is the synonym? Synonym means you should give same, similar meaning. So if you look at here, brittle. Brittle का similar meaning इधर किस में आएगा? Rough, warm, fragile, good. Rough, you know, it is totally different. Okay. Warm means hot. Fragile, yes. Good is totally different. So first you need to know what is the meaning of brittle, then you can understand the other things. So if you see here, brittle means what? It is little hard, but it is liable to break easily. That means you can quickly break it, right? Like for example, small children ka hand, there is a bone, but the children ka bone are not strong. If you twist little bit also, it will break, right? That is called brittle. Like we have China teacups. Though they are strong, you can drink tea, but if it falls immediately, it will break, right? That is called brittle. Now similar to brittle, same meaning we have fragile. What is fragile? Similar, easily broken or damaged. Therefore, the synonym for brittle would be fragile. Clear? Question number 7. Write the antonym, what we call opposite. So what is the antonym or opposite of the word acquit? Now to understand what could be the opposite, first we have to know the meaning of acquit, then you can find its opposition party, right? Now acquit simply means to free someone from some criminal charge or case. So the judge acquitted him. That means what? The judge made him free from the case, right? Now what will be the opposite of releasing him? It will be to make him, declare him as a criminal. So which one will do that? Release will be synonym. Acquit and release will be synonym, but they asked you antonym. Bring is totally different. Procure simply means to get something with difficulty, with care, etc. But what about convict? Convict means to declare someone guilty. Here we are saying free someone, here someone guilty. So what we need is opposite. So opposite of acquit will be convict. And so answer to question 7, opposite of acquit will be convict. Clear? Question number 8. He was obstinate, dash, he was punished, make a compound sentence. Now what is the meaning of compound sentence? Compound sentence is where you join one or two main clauses, principal clauses, so that they create a meaningful sentence. Like for example, if you look at the definition of compound sentence in Wren and Martin ka standard book, a compound sentence is made up of two or more principal or main clauses. Normally they are joined by a conjunction. For example, the horse reared and the rider was thrown, right? So we have two main clauses. They are joined by and. Okay. Same way, they were fond of music, they played on various kinds of instrument, and so it is joined by and. So we can use a conjunction to join the clauses, that is called compound. Now for example, if you look at here, he is slow but is sure. I did my best nevertheless. He is rich yet is vain yet. Right? Similarly, she must weep, or either she is mad, or. So what happened? We are using all these conjunction to join the sentences. That is what we call a compound sentence. Right? Now, for our particular question, what will be the solution then? So if you look at here, he was obstinate, so he was punished. So to make this a compound, so will be the correct fitting. Yet doesn't give meaning, but also does not give meaning. Lest will become what we can say a complex sentence. Okay. So the right answer therefore would be A option, that is so. He plays dash piano very well. So this is the question about using the correct article, right? So we have a, and the definite and indefinite articles. So which one will fit here? He plays a piano, he plays an piano, he plays the piano. So if you look at here the rule, what is the rule? Since this comes under the definite article, the rule number 9, Renan Martin ka book mein you will find that we use the definite article the before musical instrument. So when we are talking about the musical instrument, we have to use the article the. Like we cannot say I know how to play guitar, it is wrong. I know how to play the guitar, the piano, the violin, the tabla, the harmonium, right? So you have to use the article the. So now what will be the right answer then? He plays the piano. So the will be the right answer. Question number 10. There is a dash hope of his recovery as he is seriously injured. So we have the little, a little, only little. Which one will be the correct one? So we need to understand these three. What is the little, a little, and only little? So look at this one. When you say little, it has a negative meaning. It means practically nothing. Right? So for example, somebody ate all the food and you don't find any food left for you. You will say there is little food. That means what? Practically there is nothing is there. It's like a negative meaning. Second one, what we can say, a little. What's the meaning of a little? Yeah, a little. So a little basically means there is some little bit. So it has a positive meaning. Like you can say this fellow finished all the food, but there is a little. That means not enough, but something little is there. That's a little positive meaning, right? Then we use another one called the little. Now what is the little? It is not much, but whatever is there. So we can say after he finished his food, I had the little that was there. That means I ate whatever was there, but it was not much, but whatever was there I ate. Now that will be the meaning. So in this context, which one will correctly fit our question? There is a dash hope. So there is a hope, yeah, no hope. That is the whole question. So if you read the sentence, he is seriously injured, that means what? There is no hope. Since there is no hope, we can say negative, there is a little hope. That means practically there is no hope of his recovery. Why? Because he is seriously injured. समझ में आ गया? So now this kind of question what happen? आपको एग्जाम में पूछा जाता है when we talk about English language and English grammar. So I have given 10 different questions today from 10 different topics. Okay. So if you look at it, here we talked about the grammatical rule of subject agreeing with the verb. Okay. So the subject has to agree with the verb. The second one, we talked about adjective, adverb, noun, etc. Which one will fit exactly? The third, we talked about a grammatical rule using what we call past perfect tense. Right? The fourth one, we talked about the if, that is what we call conditional sentence. That is the fourth question. The fifth question, we talked about using preposition. And the sixth question, we talked about synonym, which regularly comes in exam. And seventh, we talked about antonyms, which also comes in exam. And eighth, we talked about compound sentence. There are also other things: simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, etc. So question number 8, we talked about the topic of compound, simple, complex questions. Question number 9, we talked about articles, because articles are also part of your exam preparation when you talk about language and grammar. And question number 10, we talked about what we can say, using the correct expressions. Okay. So now these are all what we can say part of the preparation for the JAA exam. Okay. So if you have any query, you can contact Bhadra IAS Academy 8638391721, and we are going to soon start this course from 17 March 2025. Okay, so those of you who are interested to do a proper coaching for this exam preparation, you can contact Bhadra IAS Academy on this number 8638391721. Okay, so we will soon see you with more MCQ. Okay, I will give some more MCQs for English exam preparation. Till then, you go through this today, the MCQs, try to see the logic, how we applied the rules of English to solve the question. That is more important. Okay, so we'll see you very soon in the next video. Thank you.